Attention is the number one thing you're constantly competing for in dating. If you don't have the girl's attention, you might as well be invisible. You're a nobody. But here's where the problems start pouring in. There's a competition for a girl's attention. Ever use dating apps? Almost impossible to stand out. It's because there's so much competition and so many people to choose from, it's really difficult to get a girl's attention. How the hell is she going to distinguish you from the hundreds of other thirsty dudes sending her messages 24/7? Ever go out to a party, a bar, or a club and there's tons of other guys and tons of distractions like alcohol, friends, loud-ass music blaring in the background? It's a nightmare scenario out of an ADHD horror story. In environments like this, getting a woman's attention is very difficult, yet this is where plenty of guys go to meet girls. And it's a decent place to do so once you master how to grab a girl's attention and get her hooked. But without that kind of skill, you're a lost cause. Let me grace you with another example. Have you ever tried going for a girl who already is talking to someone else or already has a boyfriend? Your chances of winning in a situation like that are virtually zero. It's because she has her attention on someone else and has decided that this person is going to get the majority of their attention. So breaking that attention away from them is nearly impossible because they've already decided not to give other guys attention. Having good game is about maximizing your ability to get a girl's attention, and most importantly, maximizing your ability to keep her attention on you. Well, you just hit the jackpot today, dude, because today, I'm going to show you the psychological triggers behind getting a girl's attention, so you can learn how to grab that attention, get her hooked, and build so much attraction that you'll have girls constantly begging you to hang out. Yeah, you'll be oozing so much attraction, you'll be like a sex machine. You'll go full tilt Terminator. I'll be back for round 3. All right, if you can master this, you're going to be able to date any girl you want with ease, especially girls that are way hotter than you and way out of your league. Which brings me to my next point. Don't waste time or energy trying to figure out what league you're in or what league she's in. This is some 6th grader shit going on, bro. I get so many comments from butthurt guys complaining about how they can't get a girl they like because she's out of their league. I mean, this isn't a fucking bowling tournament, okay? Bitch, please. Think Zeus worries about who is and isn't in his league? I'm a fucking god. I'm out of everyone's league. This idea of leagues puts you in a lower position and status than the girl you're trying to get, aka a losing one. Instead, focus that energy on being a guy who's worth paying attention to. The easiest way to get a girl who's hotter than you to pay attention is to assume attraction. Assume the girl is already into you. Treat her like she's a girl you've already dated in the past. Treat her like you would a girl that you've been with a dozen times. Not only does this build insane amounts of comfort on your end and her end, but it also shows that you're not putting her on a pedestal like most guys do. You know why? Because there ain't no fucking pedestal, okay? Except the one between your legs. Let me just pause here. If the girl is really hot, then she's used to being able to push guys around since they're too nervous and scared of her good looks. She's not used to guys assuming that she already likes them. She's used to guys bending over backwards to get her to like them. Doing this prevents you from trying to win her approval, and it increases your confidence level on a subconscious level. When you assume she's already into you, you'll make her perceive you as more confident, assertive, and dominant in the relationship. All qualities that will draw her to you and make her want you even more. Most guys think the only way to get girls' attention is through looks. This is a lie. I know good-looking guys who do terrible with women. They're socially awkward, don't know what to say, don't even know what to do, and they can't escalate or make a move on a girl to save their life. They can't even approach without choking up and pussying out at the last second. Does that sound like a good way of getting a girl's attention? Hell no. To make it simple for you, here's a list of some other ways to get her attention. Making and keeping eye contact. Most people look away when a girl makes eye contact with them. Keeping that eye contact immediately grabs her attention and gives you room to get noticed. In fact, a lot of times before I approach a girl, I'll make eye contact with her first. This way, I get her attention and get on her radar. Once I'm on her radar like this, it automatically starts to build some intrigue and curiosity. So then, when I go up to her, she's already given me attention early on and is more likely to give me more attention and hear what I have to say on the approach. Eye contact makes her think about why you're making eye contact and creates a thought loop that consists of you in her head, which is a huge advantage. When you make eye contact that's strong and consistent with the opposite sex, it's often assumed to be sexual or romantic meaning. She starts giving you attention in her mind in a sexual way. Speak your mind. When you're willing to say what you really feel and make jokes about things you think are funny without worrying if you're going to offend someone or make her not like you, it builds intense attraction. It's super rare for her to have guys willing to speak their mind so freely and without the fear of rejection that once she sees you doing it, you'll have her attention immediately locked into you. Then, of course, there are smaller, more subtle things like wearing a unique fragrance, having really sharp style, and a sleek haircut that can make you stand out and grab a girl's attention. My manager Benjamin is insanely good at this, and oftentimes has girls even starting conversations with him just based on his style alone. So, if you care a lot about your style and are into fashion, it's a worthwhile investment to spend time honing it in and coming up with a unique style that's truly your own. The more attention a girl gives you, the more she starts to like you, the more she thinks about you, the more you're in her head. Guys are wired the same way. It's deeply rooted in our psychology. You see a girl you're into, or you talk to a girl once or twice, and suddenly you're thinking about if you'll see her in class, or if you should text her, whether you should reply to her Instagram story, or if you should try making a move next time you see her out. It all comes down to who manages to grab your attention. I mean, just look at that creepy mofo from the show You. He chases the same girl for days and literally stalks her all because she's caught his attention. He literally stalks her home and jacks off outside her bushes. It's all because of this psychological importance of attention. So the next time you see a girl you like, instead of asking, how can I impress her, ask yourself, how can I get her attention? What kind of man would I need to be to get her attention? What would I need to do to stand out? Then do that thing. But building a girl's interest is a marathon, not a sprint. It's going to take more than just saying a slick pickup line when you approach or getting her attention one time. You have to keep her attention throughout the entire interaction and every interaction after that. You have to know how to keep her attention locked onto you throughout every step of the way, from meeting her to getting her on the date, when you're on the date, when you want to make the move, and even after the date if you want to guarantee a second and third date. So, where do you start? If you see a girl that you're interested in, approaching is the best way to get the girl's attention because you're creating the opportunity for attention. Girls are on their phone 24/7, but if you're not connected with her on a social media or text, then you have to make that attention happen. When you walk up to somebody and say something to them, you have their attention for a second. Knowing what to do with it and knowing how to build massive attraction is the most important part. Once you learn how to grab a girl's attention, you can do it on any and every girl you like. And in my course, The God Approach, I teach you all the psychological techniques and trigger phrases so you can learn exactly how to master the asset of attention and become absolutely magnetic around women. Imagine you could get girls addicted to you after just one interaction. Now, inside The God Approach, you'll learn my step-by-step system for doing exactly that. And the best part is that it requires no guesswork. All you have to do is apply the techniques I teach in the course and your results with 9s and 10s will skyrocket. By the end, you'll know exact psychological triggers and framework for grabbing her attention and keeping it. After you master the techniques in the course, including the exact trigger phrases for massive psychological attraction, you'll become so good at this that you'll flip the script on her and become the thing she thinks about most. Imagine how good it would feel to have the girl you like thinking about you more than you think about her, or having multiple girls thinking about you at any one time. This is exactly what me and my students who have gone through the God Approach experience on a daily basis. Inside, you'll see the best techniques for approaching and getting a girl's attention in action in real life, in-field videos broken down by my manager Benjamin. This way, you'll know exactly how to put the techniques into practice. Now, once you're inside, you're getting your hands on my entire war chest of techniques that have enabled me to date Playboy models, sorority girls, MILFs, and everything in between. And right now, the price of the course is the lowest it's going to be because I'm currently revamping it and adding more content, meaning I'm going to raise the price by more than double in the next 2 months. So if you buy it now, you'll have access to all the new content when it gets released without having to pay extra. So don't hesitate. Don't pussyfoot around. Make the right decision for your dating life and sign up. Click the link below and I'll see you in there. Back at you, bro. Zeus Man out.